Grizzlies, Warriors. Warriors, they won the season series 3-1. We know that the winner plays Houston and the loser will play the winner of the 9-10 matchup. This is going to be interesting. Third time in 5 seasons that the Warriors find themselves in a play-in. Look, the way their regular season ended was not ideal. The loss to the Clippers being the very last game and then a couple of games they probably should have won. How do you shake that quickly, Chandler, and get yourselves together for tonight?
Well, they're a group of vet guys. They're guys that have been there before. And again, I'm looking at this the opposite of the Eastern Conference play. And I'm looking at this like a must-win because you go out there, there's a small chance either these teams are going to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. Houston Rockets are still, they're a solid team, they're good, but I think you have way more confidence going in, winning this game and going to Houston rather than Oklahoma City. So to me, it's all hands on deck tonight. I think this is a must-win for either team because they have a small chance if they get that, the Oklahoma City Thunder in the first round.
Plus, you can't go play another game. You're old.
And I know the whole they haven't won a play-in.
They haven't won a play-in game.
You're telling me the big games that Steph and Draymond they get rattled in a play-in. I don't really think.
But
that's
well, then explain how they haven't won one.
We can't ignore it though.
Yeah, you can't ignore it.
It's only been 3, first of all, right? 3, 4.
3.
I mean, but that's 3 years. that's 3 years.
Maybe if they lose tonight, I'll look into it and think it's
okay. And then it's science.
maybe
tonight's the night.
Yeah, I think maybe tonight.
I think they win this game tonight. But again, when you're 0-3 and playing games, it's hard to overlook that. It's hard to overlook that. I'm not a superstitious guy. I won't give it that much. But again, these are games that they haven't performed the way that we're accustomed to seeing them play. And so being back in that scenario, it got to be something you at least take a look at.
And it's not like this young team, though. I don't think they're hanging their head. Oh, we could have had home court. I don't think they're that group of
I mean, they're
guys.
probably angry.
But I also think they're arrogant enough to not even feel like they were supposed to lose any of the 3 that they've already lost.
Yeah.
Well, that seems like a really weird, delusional place to live.
Well, you're a champion. Right?
No, I get it.
It's either you're at the mountaintop or I'm going to play and this don't work out for me.
We should have won. They're like, no, that's not how it works. I wonder, is it going to be more about the Warriors are going to win this game, or are we looking at Memphis as like not really sure what happened to them down the stretch? Which one is this tonight, Lou?
I think it's more about the Warriors.
All right.
I think it's their game to lose. And again, the All-Star weekend, can't ignore the fact Draymond went out and said, we're going to win the championship this year. And here you are. This is the first step of making that a reality. And so they're the only team that's put that expectation out there. They're the only team that has actually accomplished that goal 4 different occasions with two of these guys and with that head coach. So this is more of a game for them to lose opposed to it being a surprise if they won.
If they lose, they don't make it out of this thing, is that championship window officially closed?
I don't think it's closing. You re-sign Jimmy Butler. You go and make the splash. Everyone praises how much better of a difference he's made, which I agree. They are a much better team with Jimmy Butler in the lineup. Their defense is better. Their all-around offense, their movement, everything's better. Podziemski's been great. Kuminga's back in the lineup. He's been great. So I think they still do have pieces to grow with these guys. Now, Draymond, Steph, Jimmy, they are a year older. Yep. I think they need to see one of those big jumps from Kuminga and maybe move one of those guys to the bench next year if this doesn't pan out. They got to tweak something. And obviously they're going to be active in free agency and things like that. But I don't think just by losing this, it kind of closes that gap. They still have Steph Curry. They still have Draymond. They still have Jimmy Butler. And they still have young assets like Moody, Pods, Kuminga to kind of build with for the future. So I don't think it's completely smoked, but it's definitely a letdown for sure.
I think it'll be still open for Steph Curry. Now, this group, as we know it, if they don't win in the play-in this year, the championship window is closed. But I don't think it's closed for Steph Curry. I think he's the one guy that's safe, that will be there. He's gonna finish his career in Golden State, and with that, at his age, I'm pretty sure they're gonna continue to put pieces around him like they just did with Jimmy Butler. Like they'll go into the summer and continue to put pieces around him for him to compete for a championship. Now, does that championship look the same as it does now? I don't think so.
But that's what I mean. With Steph, Dre, Jimmy, Podziemski, Kuminga, like with those 5 guys right there, I think they're going to come back next year regardless of what happens, and they're going to have a solid roster. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's panic mode like Phoenix.
No,
I don't think
but you got to be upset that you didn't take care of business.
Yeah, let's not forget the conversation that was surrounding Draymond before the Jimmy Butler trade. Like, he was in the trade talks. They were in that position where they wasn't sure what direction that they were going to go in as an organization. Jimmy came in, they ran off 18 out of 20, and that rejuvenated them. And also Draymond saying that they were going to win a championship, and he turned into one of the best defenders in the league. Now, if you get bounced out of the play-in with all of that, you have to go back to the drawing board and continue the conversation that started before the All-Star break.
Yeah, it's definitely eye-opening, and it's maybe, okay, maybe we don't have enough. Maybe we do have to make a move.
But you did. You were in the 6th spot. You just let go of the rope. Like, I feel like you're going to, if you don't make this and get out of this, you're going to regret that you didn't take things a little bit maybe more seriously. If the Grizzlies do not make it out of the play-in, and I don't know what y'all's actual expectations for them is, but do we see a roster shakeup?
I think so. I think they have less expectations than the Warriors do. But they do have something to prove. They just fired their coach. They have a franchise player in John Morant that is super talented, that hasn't won at a high level yet, that's also kind of doing a whole distracting thing the last couple of months that can't be sitting well with the front office. Jaren Jackson Jr. is a stud. Desmond Bane's a stud. They did struck gold with the draft with Edey and Jalen Wells, who's obviously out now with the nasty fall the other day. So they're also in a great situation. They also have a bunch of talent and a bunch of assets moving forward into this summer. So I think their window is obviously a little more open than the Warriors, just on simple age and experience. But the Grizzlies are in a good spot no matter what happens in this game, in my opinion. Like they have so much talent. They have so many good guys to build around, to move, to keep growing with. You know what I mean?
I just don't want any celebrate. I hope there's not one celebration.
And they don't have a coach. I don't even know if they're going to hire.
Yes, they do. There's a substitute teacher in place.
Yeah, exactly.
Clearly.
What, are they watching a movie today?
It's been happening. Yeah, bring in the TV. 7-point favorites tonight for Golden State, Lou. You think Memphis keeps it closer than that?
I don't think so. I think the Warriors handle business, and I think they do it in dramatic fashion on their floor. Like, again, we know the pedigree of this team. We know what they're made of. And so if I'm lining up both of these teams and I got Golden State on their home court, I'm saying Steph Curry to the moon.
Good Lord.
It's possible these days.
It is possible.
It would be empowering for men if he could do that.
Yeah, that's true.
It would be really great.
I would love it. Astronaut.
Yeah, I mean, listen, 7's a lot, but I'm kind of with Lou here. I think the Warriors take care of business early, and I think they run them out the gym.
Same game parlay on this one. Also kind of fun. You got Steph with your 30 to Ja 25 or more. Made three or more threes. Desmond Bane with 15 points or more, and Jimmy Butler with the assists. Chandler, are you taking this one?
No, I don't think so.
What's the killer? There are more than
It's
one.
a lot of John Morant. It's a lot of stuff. I mean, it's just a lot. Jimmy Butler, 6+ assists. That's. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. It's a lot of things have to go perfect.
Odds, though.
I know. Why are those odds so good?
Yeah, a lot of people think he would do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That would be the one thing that I wouldn't be sure on, and plus the 3+3s for John Morant.
That's 3 celebrations. Oh my God, how many weapons can we come up with? Slingshot,
Arsenal.
slingshot, a trident. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, he's here.
There he is.
He's getting mentally prepared. Darius Garland.
Xin chào tất cả mọi người đã quay trở lại với kênh của mình. Ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục hướng dẫn các bạn làm vòng. Và hôm nay của mình sẽ có tiêu đề máy tính. Mọi người, hôm nay vòng của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là cái bàn. Bây giờ mình bắt đầu làm. Làm gì đấy? Ông em. Kia lên ngủ đi. Nhanh 12 rưỡi rồi. Dưới mà. Không ngủ ở dưới, ngủ trên tầng. Không. Nhanh lên cãi à? Đang đi ngủ bà đi, đang ngủ đi. Đi đâu? Ôi không cơ. Đây ở đấy. Nhanh. Không lên dưới cơ. Không đi ngủ trên. Không lên thôi, đấy ở đấy. Ở dưới không ngủ đâu. Đừng để mẹ cầm que nhá. Thằng kia lên như lên. Cái thằng kia cứ ấm êm. Đi quanh lên xong rồi lại đi lại không luôn. Thằng kia mình cứ phải để nói nhiều để đánh nó lên được. Mẹ đấy, có thằng đấy, đằng đấy, mang cái đấy lên làm gì? Đi cạnh nó. Nó không. Đi gãy của em. Quay. Mọi người hai màu này, hai màu đây. Lơ măng này.